The GTS, this is the sweet spot. You gain 25 horsepower more than the S. 0 to 60 drops by 0.2 of a second, but the top speed at 171 miles per hour. Yes, there's quicker vehicles on paper, but really, how fast is this thing? I'm Anthony from Supercar Throttle, and in this review, we're gonna go over all the details. We're gonna take it for some performance and the daily drive so you can see what the Porsche Cayenne is all about and why the GTS is the best trim to go to. Up front, it's going to have the 4-point LED headlights at daytime runnings. We have the glossy black trim that's going to highlight the front with an active grille shutter. The blades on the side are also active, and the gloss black is because we have the sport design package. Ground clearance can adjust with standard air suspension, and it's a 2-chamber air suspension. So it will go 10 millimeters even lower, which means it will go as low as 7.1 inches and as high as 9.2 inches, which is the best in class compared to BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. Now, you could option an RS-Q8 for about $4,000 more, and it's gonna be maybe 0.5 of a second quicker. But that's what we're gonna see in the drive. This really is just a 4.2 seconds, and you're gonna have to do your stopwatch so that way you can see what this 4.0 liter twin turbo V8 really has. That's producing 493 horsepower and 486 pound-feet of torque. And it's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 16 mpgs for the city, 22 mpgs for the highway. Now, when we're putting all these specs into perspective, what Porsche has done to the guts. GTS specific tuned chassis, adaptive air suspension, and it has a 2-chamber technology that lowers the vehicle by 10 millimeters. The electronically controlled Porsche Active Suspension Management, or PASM, damper system can make it an even more sporty drive, and the Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control provides the active roll stabilization, which is the PDCC. And we have these upgraded 21-inch RS Spider design wheels in the high gloss. This is a stagger wheel setup, so you got a 285/45 up front with a 315/40 out back. Those red brake calipers in the front, that's 6 pistons. It's an aluminum monoblock fixed caliper, 410 millimeter for the front disc. 4 pistons is set in the rear with 365 millimeters, and you can option the carbon ceramic brakes. And not just performance, but towing, 7,716 pounds. A payload at 1,312 pounds, and it goes over 1,400 pounds. On paper, this is that everyday drive, and it's gonna get the adrenaline because this is that V8 twin turbo engine with that exhaust note that, I mean, you're gonna hear it in just a second. Now you can option this as the coupe or the square back. I prefer the coupe. You're gonna be losing a little bit of cargo. With the trunk lid spoiler, glossy black, the lower diffuser, glossy black because of the design package, quad exhaust with black tips, front and rear parking sensors, a 360-degree reverse camera, and that's standard for the GTS, and it should be because you're paying about 22 grand over the S trim. But would you go this route or to the competition? Let us know in the comments. Drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe. The more clicks that you do on the channel, the better it is on the algorithm, so we can bring more performance vehicles like this to the channel. We are going to see how fast this really is opposed to numbers on paper. Plus, you also have the boost right here. That'll give you 20 seconds of engagement. We have it in Sport Plus, and we're gonna see the performance and that daily drive all blended in with 493 horsepower, what that gives us out of this V8 twin turbo. The interior, I like the setup of Porsche. The 12 o'clock I wish would be standard red. I know you can configure this car to your liking, but some of the things I wish was standard, like no glossy black everywhere, this gear lever, maybe put it right here, because some of these things, I mean, it just doesn't feel as performance driven, but does it? Oh, it's like a little rocket. It is a fast variant for sure. Anything that goes over 170 miles per hour, I mean, you're gonna go to jail for a very long time. Getting up onto the highway, it's still quiet and composed, even with these 21-inch wheels. Visibility is more than enough. Best-in-class ground clearance, standard adaptive air suspension, braking. You can stop on a dime if you need to. And man, the burbles that come in is just so satisfying. The seat comfort is good. I dislike that you have to pay for the extra power seat adjustment. For a vehicle like this, it should be at least 18 to 22 way power seat adjustment. Oh yeah. It's lovely. Now, unfortunately, when you go into Sport, it's not going to be as engaged as Sport Plus. And when you put it into normal, you're not going to hardly hear the exhaust at all, which can be good because maybe you want to hear the Bose sound system, but it's still a Porsche. I kind of want to feel it and hear it throughout the interior of the vehicle. I'm going to show you what a Porsche does in just a few seconds. Let's rock and roll. It's definitely a fun to drive vehicle, and that's what you expect when you start going into these performance vehicles. You don't want them just luxurious. You want them to also be fun to drive for the everyday. You're gonna have to have a padded pocket though, because this is a bit of a gasaholic, especially if you are driving it in Sport Plus all the time. But it's definitely worth hearing the burbles that come into play. Now, as for competition, because the numbers are so close on the 0 to 60, I would say you go for the more comfortable variant. The RSQ8 is a very comfortable variant. It's a performance line now, and the 0 to 60 is 0.5 seconds quicker than this on paper, and it probably can go a lot faster than that also. We have a ton of reviews on Hawkeye Ride, so definitely check them out, and we also have some here on Supercar Throttle. And the moment everybody's been waiting for, boost, let's see what it gets. I don't know if you had your stopwatch out. If you didn't, rewind, so that way you can see what that 0 to 60 really is. It is intoxicating. And it's still a smooth, composed ride. That's the best part about this Porsche, because you're not just getting performance, you're getting a practical everyday vehicle. You go Porsche, it's just a different class in general, and it just makes you feel a little bit more special. That's why I didn't get the RSQ8 Performance myself. I didn't feel like it had that special feel like a Porsche or a Lamborghini Urus, even though it's more or less a detuned Lamborghini Urus engine. But let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video right here.